This will be a compilation of outtakes from the videos that I did in March. So the first one, I was making the long Scotch egg. Nobody is allowed in the kitchen when I'm filming videos, because this is what happens. And today, at the risk of coming across as an obsessive nutcase, greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef.
And I'm not an obsessive nutcase.
Well, sorry. And then I was making beef and Guinness pie for St. Patrick's Day, and sometimes I forget the words. So before we start, I'm going to let that cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to coat it. And I'm going to let that cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to bollocks. Small handful of parsley. And a teaspoon of mustard. Other times I forget that hot food is actually hot. Yeah, that falls to bits, like it's meant to. This next clip would have been a great rant if the microphone hadn't packed up halfway through. A load of stew in a pot with some pastry on. Right, another rant. Another rant about these pot pies. They're not pies. The pie is a filling fully enclosed in pastry, and the reason for that is traditionally it was something you could carry. It was a portable meal. You could take it to work. You could take it to a football match. You still can with real pies, but not with not with a pot of stew with a disc of pastry on the top. And the other thing is, the pastry on the bottom, people go on about soft bottom. It's meant to be a little bit soggy because it absorbs the gravy, the flavour, and it transforms the pastry into something delicious. And, you know, if you've just got a pot with a disc of puff pastry floating above it, possibly not even in contact with it, that doesn't happen. And it's disgusting. Anyway. Eggs, messy. So I'm just, Words are sometimes mangleable, not manageable. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed it. Now please show your appreciation, blah, blah, blah. So this next one was a second video for St. Patrick's Day. It was going to be a vegetable terrine in the colours of the Irish flag, and it would have been a wonderful thing. In fact, I know it is because I made it once before, a few years ago. But this time, I completely messed it up to the extent that all the footage that I shot for it is essentially an outtake because I didn't finish up with a usable thing at the end. Ho-hum. Anyway, that green vegetable, it's called broccoli. So the Irish flag is green, white and orange. And so for the green bit, I've got broccoli. So for the green bit, I've got broccoli. Sometimes it's very hard to get stuff in the blender. It's a good job nobody's watching. Cauliflower everywhere. And sometimes after a long day working and shooting, you just need to give up. Oh, that's very runny. Oh, and that's raw egg. Do you know what? I think it's a bit too late in the day. I might have to revisit all this tomorrow because I'm not thinking straight. And finally, now you see how it all failed.
This is so completely not the way I wanted it to be. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Get in. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, look, I've got 3 stripes of stuff.
I sometimes has trouble with me worms. So before I start, So before I start, I need to do a bunch of shout outs to... So before I start, I need to do a... And finally, I've been trying to fit in a suitable shout. And finally, I've been waiting for us and make funny noises. Right, Now what, yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm getting patient. Eat. So that's the outtakes for March. Got some pretty cool stuff coming up for April. Can't wait really. So see you next time. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed it. Now please do the usual: likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, donations, patronage, all that good stuff. Or just some of it. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.